After adding pictures to your items, you might want to edit them using our built-in picture editor. To open the picture editor, you'll either double-click the picture in the carousel, or you can click the pencil icon on the carousel tab, or click the pencil icon on the pictures tab. So when you click the icon, it's going to open up the picture editor, and this has a lot of the standard functions that you might need for processing eBay pictures. One of the first most common ones is cropping. So you can choose to crop, select the area, and hit enter to crop your picture. You can also rotate, you can round corners. Some other handy features include being able to put some text directly on your listing. Along with drawing arrows or any other images you might want. Standard features like changing the brightness and the contrast, along with saturation and hue shift, are also available. All changes can be undone using the undo and redo buttons. To move to the next picture, just click the navigation arrows. Then just close the window when you're finished to save your changes. From the Pictures tab, you can also get to a couple features. You can rotate directly from this tab, so you don't even have to open up the image editor. You can delete pictures. You can define watermarks, which would include adding the text that you want to appear, choosing the font that you want it to appear in, choosing its size, and its location. You'll notice the watermark appears right here. And finally, you can change the intensity. eBay doesn't allow watermarks anymore, but you can use this for other sites. After defining your watermark, all you have to do is click this button to apply it. So we'll open it up, and you can see the watermark right there. Other things you can do from the Pictures tab is you can order the pictures by moving them up and down. You can even just drag and drop pictures to move them. You can change the view from this grid view that has the names to simply a tile view that just has all the pictures. And of course, the standard features to add pictures, add from a URL, capture from a webcam, or capture from a scanner are still available on this tab. There are also some options you can set up so your pictures are automatically processed. So we'll exit the item and we'll go to the Options, Pictures tab. So from here you can set up things like automatically sizing the pictures. Whenever a picture is brought into 6-bit, it will automatically be sized so that it is no larger than whatever value in pixels you place here. This will allow you to take pictures with really good cameras, yet not have to load or bring in pictures that have many, many megabytes. The picture will automatically be sized when you drop it into 6-bit. Another option is that during upload, you can ensure pictures meet the minimum site size requirements. So perhaps you may have taken a picture that was 500 pixels and eBay requires 1600 pixels. What 6-bit will do in that case is it will resize the picture from 500 pixels to 1600 pixels, but you have to realize that there is no magic. We can't add clarity. A picture that gets expanded from 500 pixels to 600 pixels will appear blurrier. This option is just simply to allow you to meet the eBay requirements of having a minimum size requirement. Also, whenever you include pictures right in your descriptions from a link, you can have them displayed in their original size, or you can choose a size in pixels. The second option is useful because it helps all of your pictures look consistent. they'll look like they're all the same size in your listings, and they'll flow a lot better. There's an option to, whenever you use manual URLs to store a thumbnail, that keeps a thumbnail in the database. So even though the picture is stored on the web, we'll have a thumbnail in the database to show you what that picture looks like. You can add item specifics as metadata when you host your own images. And all this does is it takes the item specifics values that you've associated with that item, and it places them as metadata in the pictures when you upload them to your site. Metadata is useful for search engines like Google to find your pictures and find the words that relate to that picture. You can apply a watermark to every picture as it's added to the item, and this will take the watermark that you defined in the picture editor and add that to every picture as you add it into 6-bit. You can enable automatic picture names and then even choose the pattern that you want for your picture names. You can adjust the JPEG compression. JPEG compression can go anywhere from 90 to 100. The lower you set it, the higher the compression rate will be, so your pictures will be smaller. However, you will lose a little bit of clarity. We found that anything at 90% compression still maintains a very, very clear, very accurate picture. And then finally on this tab, you can set what the default picture URL is. So if you add pictures from URLs into 6-bit, you can specify the default URL that you want filled in each time you add from a URL. This prevents you from having to type the whole path every time. Now let's talk about picture management. Pictures by default are stored in the 6-bit database, but because 6-bit uses a free version of the SQL Server database, it's limited at 10 gigabytes. So if you have lots and lots of items with lots of pictures, you may approach that size, that 10 gigabyte size. If this happens, you have the option to move the pictures from the database right onto the hard drive. We'll create a special folder and place the pictures there, so 6-bit will know where to get the pictures. The advantages of storing pictures in the database is that they're always handy and readily available. All people who use the database will have the pictures. If the pictures are stored in a folder, then it's possible not everyone using the database will be able to see the pictures. Also, pictures that are stored in a folder can't appear in your reports and packing lists. So to switch back and forth between whether your pictures are stored in a folder or in the database, you can just click the button on this tab.